Games, boards games I might be talking about. Board games and playtesting, but I'm not gonna shout. Today is gonna be a short show, maybe 5 minutes or so, and then I guess I'm gonna go and playtest with some people, some of which I don't know. Board games and playtesting and board game arena. I got my game Coupell onto Board Game Arena Alpha. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. Hello, Timmy. Let me press that button again. Hello, Timmy. It is lovely to see you. I hope that you're generally well. Basically, if I want to talk about anything specific, that's the National Theatre, and that's where we're playtesting these days. So this is in London. You can see across the river, and that's Waterloo Bridge, and yeah, I'll show you a bit of across the bridge as well. You can't actually see the clocks or anything cool from here, but yeah, it's a pretty nice place. The big thing that I wanted to talk about is that Board Game Arena, the way of playing board games digitally online, it's someone put my card game Coupell onto Board Game Arena, and Timmy asks, are those leaves? Yes, those are leaves. Those are the trees, so like it's definitely spring here, and yep, I can show you across the river now. I will stand here, and yep, you can see across the river. There we go. So this is the most famous, well, the only famous river really in London, the Thames, upon which it was built. Right, so yes, Coupell, Board Game Arena, you can play it now. I'm really excited about it. Will you play it with me tonight? If you would play it with me tonight, I'm going to be playtesting until maybe 4:30. I might get home maybe 6 o'clock. So sometime after that, maybe like 6:30, 7 p.m. UK time, sometime after that, if anyone's happy to play a two-player cooperative word game with me, then I would, yeah, love that. But let me talk about recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. So what have been some of your recent highlights? What have you been doing? Myself, I drew a whole ton of creatures yesterday. Because I'm on my phone, I can't show you them just now, but you can totally see them on my Twitter if you wish. And so go to my twitter.com/stuffforbeds, but I'll show you them tomorrow as well. What else? Yeah, recent highlights. I walked around. I got a shopping delivery. I've got now lots of tins of food in my place. And also tomato juice. Tomato juice is brilliant. I love tomato juice. You know, bits of pepper, maybe a bit of Tabasco sauce, or just on its own. It's like a hearty drink. And it's not too sugary, but it's super tasty. I love it. That's some of my recent highlights. What about you? What are some of your recent highlights? And now let me talk about brilliant things. Brilliant things. What's a little thing which is brilliant? As I stand here, you can sort of hear maybe the waves coming against the shore. It's like incredibly shallow, just at this bit, and then it goes really deep incredibly quickly until you can see, like, that's where actual boats pass through and everything. But I think just the sound of nature, the sound of the waves against the edge of the shore, the sound of the wind through the leaves, the sound of leaves coming onto the ground. I think it's just wonderful to sometimes listen to nature and enjoy it. That's my brilliant thing for today. Yeah, and that's on my starting up bits. And now I would like to the main bits of the show. As I said, yes, Coupell is on Board Game Arena. I want to thank Ufim, a person from Korea who got in touch with me and said, hey, are you still happy for this game to go on Board Game Arena? And I said, yes, absolutely. I would love it to go on Board Game Arena. And so the system works. I put it on like a year ago, and it's kind of run by volunteers where the way it works is like a volunteer says, oh, that sounds interesting. I would like to make that game. I would like to make this a reality. Ufim likes word games, likes cooperative games, and so they agreed to make this one, and I'm so grateful that they did. They did tell me afterwards that this is going to be one of the last games that they make, but and now that it's up there have been 9 games played so far. I will say that some of these games are people kind of playing it and then they lose immediately because they don't understand they can't have so many cards in hand. So they're kind of playing it over and over in a way to kind of learn the game. Yes, that is Board Game Arena, and now I'm going to wrap up. So to say over question of the day, a quick question before we go on our way. Question of the day. So my question of the day, and I'm struggling to get all the things up. My question of the day is going to be, when was the last time you saw a theatre production? Because I'm here outside the National Theatre where we're playtesting, but I've not actually seen any theatre in many, many years. I think it's probably been like a decade, like 10 years since I actually went to... No, wait a minute. I did go with Karis, one of my exes, and they invited me maybe 7 years ago, I want to say 6 years ago. Hello, Jeroen. Jeroen, sorry. I hope that you're generally well. Timmy says, I've never been to the theatre. Wow. I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, if obviously it is an expense, it is an expensive thing, but, you know, sometimes you get amateur theatres, which can be cheaper, and I think it's sometimes worth checking out these kinds of art forms if you've never experienced them before. But, yeah, that's my question of the day, and over to you. What are you up to? You can share a button if you want to. What are you up to now? I am once more going into the National Theatre. You can't really see it. Wait. There, now you can see it. National Theatre. I'm going over there. We're going to playtest. I'm going to be playtesting Seize the Power, which is a game about discrimination and unfair rules and negotiation. I'm going to be playtesting Drawn Together, which is a competitive 2-player colouring in game, except that at the end you need to find one extra player. And I might be playtesting something else, but I'm also excited to try what everyone else has brought, and so I'm excited for that. What are you up to? Jeroen says 3 years since my last theatre show, but not outside. Love to experience that. And I'm going to say recap and wrap up before finish up. So to recap and wrap up, I've drawn some stuff and I'm excited about that. I'm getting the radish creatures done. I am, excited about Coupell being on Board Game Arena. If anyone's up for playtesting it with me, like later tonight, after maybe 6:30 p.m. UK time, then please let me know. I would love to have you. And I am now off to playtest. Lots of love. Thank you, Rune. And for now, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye, everyone. Have a lovely day.